The relationship that S. Vyasa and Gayatri Parivar share is well known to all of us. Besides the memorandum of understanding between both the glorious institutions, we share a common vision and endeavors to glorify yoga and various other dimensions of our great Indian tradition. Today we are really very privileged and humbled to have Mananiya Shri Pranav Pandya ji with us. Please give them a big round of applause. Welcome them. Sir, we welcome you. Pranam. We welcome you with a very loving and a warm heart. So we will invoke the peace by introduce Shri Pranav Pandya ji further to us.
What a delight and wonderful opportunity for all of us to have our beloved Dr. Saab, Dr. Pranav Pandya, who has been the Chancellor of this university right from beginning, 2002 up to 2012, for 10 years. And in his guidance, this university has grown to this stature. And I place on record on this very auspicious day that his guidance has been wonderful to shape the destiny of this university. He is the close and direct disciple, Pandit Shri Ram Sharma Acharya ji, and I met Shri Ram Sharma ji way back in 1967 first time, again several times after 76, and he is one of the topmost luminaries, celebrities, a great visionary of our country. How to raise Mother Bharat to great heights again? He had a very clear picture. After his very deep contemplation, meditation, and then tapas in Himalayas, Shri Ram Sharma ji said it is through the Gayatri mantra. Invoke the Gayatri, Shakti, and India will be made, he said. And he went on writing large number of books, and great orator, and brought that Akhanda Jyoti. A great organizer of par excellence, Shri Ram Sharma ji brought large number of people. Today, Dr. Pranav Pandya ji, who heads this Gayatri Parivar, is known the world over, and the country is rising because of his fantastic work started by our Shri Ram Sharma ji. Academically, he is a medical doctor, MBBS from Indore, and then he did his MD from MGM Medical College, and a gold medalist. So he is a medical professional on that side. Then also he worked with eminent medical scientists in the Department of Neurology and Cardiology at MGM Medical College and published several research papers on the treatment of psychosomatic diseases, sleep disorders, and neuropsychiatry. Then he also served in 1978 as the physician of the BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited Hospitals in Haridwar. Then, naturally, His Excellence was given big awards, and he was called by United States, but by the influence of Shri Ram Sharma ji, he stayed back. And in 79, he started this Brahmavarchas Shodh Samsthan in Haridwar, the research, and he became the director, and he continues to be so. And from 84 to 90, he is in the charge of the personality development and moral education, training programs for officers of the central and state government. More than 55,000 officers have so far participated in this wonderful program. And there is a wonderful magazine, Akhanda Jyoti. This is one of the most unique magazines. There are no advertisement, But normally, the journals of that type, in the Vedanta, spirituality, and others, normally they have a subscription of 1,500, 2,000 of the type. But, the subscription will be amazed. 15 lakh, that is the subscription for the Akhanda Jyoti. And without advertisement, how it goes to all the people. It's amazing. Similarly, Sri Ram Sharmaji wrote a large number of books on all Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, epics, Yoga Shastras, everything, and nearly 800 to 900 publications. And Pranab Pandyaji is continuing this legacy to bring more and more dimensions. And then came Dev Samskriti Vishwavidyalaya, for which he is the Chancellor, and he has been working to bring the real personality development among the students in Dev Samskriti. And he has been very close to us, and he has been guiding this university as well. Of course, he has presented several scientific aspects of Indian culture in the World Parliament of Religions held in Chicago. He was honored by the NASA as the world-famous American Space Mission as a distinguished scientist and reformer for worldwide dissemination of scientific aspects of Indian culture. He has been confirmed the Hindu of the Year in 1999, awarded by the Federation of Indian Association and FHA, Federation of Hindu Association, for dissemination of Indian culture abroad. What is most important is the massive scale in which Gayatri Parivar has spread this mission that Acharya Sharmaji started. And the numbers go in astronomical dimensions, and spread all over the country, all over the world. Gayatri Parivar has moved to United States, Canada, UK, Denmark, Norway, Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, South Africa, Kenya, and where not. And the whole essence of the Gayatri Parivar is to bring samskaras. All the devotees of Gayatri Parivar has taken an oath that we have our life devoted to Vyasana Mukti. No smoking, no drinking, no non-veg. A big transformation in the country. And the Shodash Samskaras, Ashwamedha Yajnas, help to promote the Shodash Samskara through Ashwamedha Yajnas, and 108 Ashwamedha Yajnas. When I came to know, I was amazed. In a place like Lucknow, when there are 64 lakhs of people who came Ashwamedha. And the 108, I remember, probably 2 crores of people who went to the small village. Such fantastic organization power their team has. And this is one of the most unique organizations in the country, and probably the biggest NGOs devoted to the spread of spirituality and Deva Samskriti. How to convert everybody from Asuri Sampat to Daivi Sampat. How to bring in the values. They have been the pioneers, and we are very much grateful, Pranab Pandyaji, for your visit today after nearly 12 years to this Prashanti Kutiram, and our students are very lucky to have you today, and please give your blessings to all of them, and also a little glimpse of the fantastic work that you have been doing in the rural areas, cleaning up Ganga, and bring this in various parts of the country. Once again, I welcome you, sharing your wisdom and offering your blessings to every one of our students. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Guruji, for your deep insights into the Gayatri Parivar and the relationship that we share with each other. I would request our Guruji to felicitate him.
I'll recite first the Gayatri Mantra. All of you know it. If you know it, kindly repeat with me. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodaya. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurureva Maheshwara Guruhu Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Present in the Prashanti Kutiram, in the Mangal Mandap today, I have got a lot of memories of this place. Respected Dr. Nagendraji, my accompanying person since last many years, Dr. Manjunath, all the present faculty members, students, boys and girls. I've been having a very long association with this center, as your Guruji has already told you that I was associated, but because of the time constraint and the distance between Haridwar and this place, I was unable to come regularly, and that gave me an opportunity to relinquish this post of Chancellor. I'm so sorry I relinquished this post because I had a lot of posts on my head. So I thought there should not be burden on my head. And it is being run very smoothly, very marvelously by Dr. Nagendra, Dr. Nagratna, Manjunath ji, Mohan ji, and all this team, whole team. I know them and I believe them as just like my family members. They have come, he and Nagratna ji has come to Shantikund and stayed with us. I have come here and I have stayed with you, all of you, just like family members. I consider me and Dr. Nagendra as our role model and icon, Swami Vivekananda. I personally, in my day-to-day life, each moment, I inhale and exhale Swami Vivekananda and his ideals and his teaching, his quality. The things told to you by Dr. Nagendra about my Gurudev are really very true. He was a iconic man. He was a Yug Purush. He was a Yug Rishi who started this organization which I am destined to run continuously. And that is a big task. That is a big task. After the Samadhi of the Guru and after the Samadhi of Guru Mata, I had to take a lot of responsibilities in the country and abroad. Right now, 90 million people are attached to this organization. It's a very big organization. To look after them, to look after the centers all over. Now we have come very closer to you. On Hosur Road, we are building a 5-storied center, and that center will be Gayatri Chetna Kendra, Gayatri Consciousness Center. That will be ready within 9 months. Tomorrow morning is the Bhumi Pujan. So when I was coming for Bhumi Pujan, I thought this is the right opportunity to ask Dr. Saab, Dr. Nagendra ji, can I come to my alma mater, my old center, my own center, my own home? Then the reply came, yes, you must come, and we are waiting for you, and I will be there, Dr. Nagendra ji said. So he made it yesterday, and I also came yesterday evening. My dear friends, yoga has been spread all over the world by the valiant efforts of our Prime Minister, and with our Prime Minister, Guruji has worked a lot. He has worked a lot. He has worked hours together to spread the mission of yoga. We are also working on the various fields of yoga, but our fields are multifaceted. We are working on theology also, we are working on the environmental sciences also, we are working on various aspects. But basically, the yoga, in its essence, the rightly taught yoga, which is for the quality life, for the excellence in the action, is being taught by the Prashanti Kutiram, this particular place, which I consider is one of the most important centers. And the same values I have carried from here to my university, and I had taken it to them, and we are running exchange programs also. I had talked to Guruji today about exchange program between the faculties from our center and your center, and the distance education program also to be run from both places together. This particular opportunity today is to let you know a little, you know a lot about yoga, a little about what I know about yoga. The yoga starts with Ath Yoga Anushasanam. Ath, from here starts the yoga. From here, up till now, there may be a lot of nonsense in the life, but now, Ath, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, Athato Bhaktim Vyakhyasyamasah. Similarly, Ath Yoga Anushasanam. Yoga means disciplining the way of life. Today, the lifestyle has been totally distorted. All the people are living a distorted lifestyle. And this way they are, in real sense, they are causing a lot of concerns to their health. And they are victim of those lifestyle disorders which are because of the lack of properly eating, lack of properly breathing, lack of properly living. I think the excellence in the life can be achieved by the yoga. I'll just show you a few slides and then I'll explain a little bit. Excellence in yoga. Excellence in yoga is explained by Yogeshwar Sri Krishna as a yoga karmasu koshalam. Yoga is the excellence in the actions. Whatever actions you do, your studies, your writing, your reading, your day-to-day living, your talking, your monitoring the masses, your leadership, all should be excellent. Excellence in action is yoga. Now, if the action becomes yoga, then they become, in real sense, I'll say excellence in action, it becomes a day-to-day life boon to you. Because then you become a person who is a puppet in the hands of the God Almighty. This is what is the beauty of the Yogeshwar's Sri Krishna Gita. Sri Gita ji and the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, both of them do not talk about any typical type of asanas or pranayamas or all other things. They do not talk of any type of Kundalini Jagran or any type of Panchakoshi Sadhana or any type of things. Both the books, both the treatises, both the marvelous textbooks of the yoga of Gita and Patanjali Yoga Sutra, both of them, they talk only about changing the lifestyle, transforming your lifestyle. Change the lifestyle, transform the lifestyle, and you will become a best person in this world. One verse which comes to my mind, Yuktahar viharasya yukta chastasya karmasu yukta swapna bodhasya yoga bhavati dukkha. Yoga is a destroyer of the miseries and agonies of the life. Because of the illnesses today, everywhere, you see people living very, very erratic lifestyle. You are living in a Mahanagar. Bangalore is a cosmopolitan city, very big city. Swollen like anything. Just like an obese person, this city has swollen from many places. And I have been watching it since 1995, since I met first time Guruji in 1994. And then we went to Guwahati, we started Vivekananda Kendra there, then came here. So from there I've been watching Bangalore also. And Bangalore has grown like anything in the last 20 years, 30 years. In these 30 years, the growth has been very erratic. I'm not talking about the management of the city or management of the place, how it should be done, but the lifestyle of the people is very fast, very fast. And in this fast lifestyle, only one can survive whose ahar is like yogi. Yuktahar viharasya, whose lifestyle is like yogi. Yuktahar viharasya. Yukta chastasya, your action should be like the yogi. Yukta chastasya karmasu, your action should be like yogi. Yukta swapna bodhasya, when you go to sleep, you should sleep like a yogi. When you wake up, you should wake up like a yogi. Yukta swapna bodhasya, Yoga bhavati dukkha. Yoga is a destroyer of the miseries, all the kashta, all the problems which you have in day-to-day life. Yoga destroys them. If you perform yoga thereafter, then only you will understand the importance of yoga. That yoga starts from yam niyam, asan pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, but it starts from yam niyam. If you don't understand yam niyam, then there is no point in doing a lot of distorting asanas and very various types of pranayams and other things, unless and until you understand the concept of the yoga. Yoga is another shloka of Patanjali. He says that yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta ki vrittiyon ka nirodh. You should have a control, restraint on your chitta vritti. The whole storehouse of all the agonies and miseries and all your actions, whatever you have done in the past or you have done in the today or whatever you are going to do tomorrow by your thinking, is in the chitta. It is the black box. And this black box is storing everything. Now this black box needs to be cleaned every day. And that is done by meditation. How to do it? That is what is being explained by Lord Krishna in Gita. Shanai shanai upramed buddhya dhriti grahitaya. Shanai shanai, gradually, uprati, upramed buddhya. Let your intellect go up, buddhya. Dhriti grahitaya. Have patience. Today, people have lost one very important thing is peace. Second, they have lost is patience. If you see road rage case, you will imagine how people have lost patience. Dhriti grahitaya. Dhriti, patience. Shanai upramed buddhaya dhriti grahitaya atma sanstha manah kritva. Concentrate to your own inner self, that is the God, Almighty's consciousness, in your own self. Atma sanstha manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. Don't think anything else besides God, besides Almighty, besides the qualities, ideals and virtues. That is the definition of God. Taught to me by my Guru. God is summum bonum of qualities, ideals and virtues. All these qualities, ideals and virtues are collected together at one place. And that is here. So if you are a son of God, as Isa has said, Christ has said, you are son of God. If you are son of God, you should be reflecting few qualities of God. And those God's qualities are depicted in many ways, by various qualities. So this particular concept of, by the time this got started, I thought I'd tell you two verses that take you to yoga. Then, yato nischarati manaha. My mind gets taken away from main focus. I can't meditate. I can't meditate on the lamp. I can't meditate on the various objects which you are telling me. I can't meditate on the music. I can't meditate on the sun. Yato nischarati manah chanchalam aisthiram tatah niyamyat tad atmanye vasham nayet. As and when it goes out, then again bring it to me and put it on my feet, the Lord says in Gita. Lord Krishna is one of the biggest disciple, or biggest teacher and biggest disciple of yoga. He is the Yogeshwar. Yogeshwar we call him. And I worship Yogeshwar Krishna as I worship Gita as my textbook of man-making process. And Shiva is the teacher of the Hatha Yoga, Tantra Yoga, all those things. So Shiva and Sri Krishna together, Vishnu and Shiv together, they are the ultimate authority for us in yoga. The yoga has come from the ages, it has come from the godly powers, the divine powers. How we can study it? We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence therefore is not an act but a habit. What you repeatedly do becomes a habit. If you are repeatedly doing excellent, you become an excellent person. If you repeatedly do nonsense, then you become a nonsense person. You are not liked by anybody because this is your habit. So make it a habit. Excellence should be made a habit. Relatively speaking, excellence is the will to win, not as a winning, winning somebody's heart, winning somebody's land, winning somebody's will to win. the desire to succeed, and the benchmark of performance. Your performance, how is your performance, how you are going to do in your day-to-day life, the work pattern, that is the deciding factor. Human excellence is an outcome of his being the Prince of God. Swami Vivekananda says, the Almighty intellect is the gift along with the sentiments only found in human beings. You see, if you see any other human being except cow, you may tell me many things like many other animals also have it, but the sentiments they have is only up to limited to their fraternity. But instincts are there. But sentiments, bhavna, sadbhavna, samvedana, that is limited to only human being. ये हम व्यक्तियों हम मनुष्यों को ही मिली हुई है. And that is one beauty कि हमारे पास intellect है, हमारे पास भावना है, संवेदना है, and that is why we can go to as extreme as possible. Sri Aurobindo says excellence is evolution of human intellect to supreme state of consciousness. If you can go to that supreme state which the Param Satta is, which is known as Parameshwar, then your excellence is best. Each person is endowed with divine qualities to ascend up. Everybody has got those qualities. Nobody is bereft of any one thing. Everyone has got those qualities. Either we ascend up or godly consciousness descends on us. You can ascend up or godly consciousness may descend on you. He said, Mahapragya ka dharti pe avtaran. My Guru said, Mahapragya ka dharti pe avtaran. And he said that the super consciousness is going to come and descend on everybody's intellect. Both of them said the same thing. Indifferently, purpose of human life. Human beings debate left and right about the purpose of life. Nirvana, self-realization, self-gratification, evolution. Ultimately, the human life's main purpose, as my Gurudev said, is keep aside this debate and want us to make optimum utilization of whatever we have in us. We utilize all our resources which we have with us, like material things. He says, Vibhutiyon ka jagran. Aapke paas vibhutiyan hain. Awakening of virtues. Awaken those virtues. You got intellect, you got emotions, you got endowments, you got many faculties devoted to your country, devoted to your Bharat Mata, devoted to your surroundings, devoted to ecology, devoted to the people who are downtrodden. So you should awaken those virtues. Excellence through yoga is the result of noble intention. Your intention should be noble. Sincere efforts, intelligent direction. Your intelligence should be enough to give direction to the proper direction to the person. Skillful execution. Execution should also be done, performed in a proper way. The vision to use obstacles as opportunity. Sometimes obstacles come and we get deviated. Obstacles come as testing opportunities and they sharpen us. They make us more perfect. I personally have been living this life since last 65 years. In that, I am in Shantikund since last 44 years. And I have been facing a lot of adversities in my life. But each adversity I made an opportunity to sharpen my faculties. And this is how gradually I tried to bring myself near to perfection. Not to perfection, but near to perfection. Genius is what you have. Excellence is what you do with it. Genius आपके अंदर है. पर excellence क्या है? इसके through जो आप प्राप्त करते हो excellence. Excellence is what you do with it. Man is born divine. मनुष्य जीवन को श्रेष्ठ मानने का आधार उसके अंदर मौजूद अच्छे गुण हैं जो प्रकट होने के लिए अपना रास्ता खोजते रहते हैं. क्या गुण हैं? हमारे पास है संयम, सेवा, विनम्रता, हम्बलनेस, सहनशीलता, टॉलरेंस, प्रेम, लव एंड अफेक्शन, सद्भाव आदि के रूप में प्रकट होकर ये गुण मनुष्य को पशु से ऊपर उठाकर, पिशाच से ऊपर उठाकर एक अच्छा इंसान बनाते हैं. देयर आर 5 कैटेगरीज. नर पिशाच, नर पशु, नर मानव, देव मानव, महामानव. These are the 5 categories as for evolution of spirituality. नर पशु से देव मानव बनना और महामानव बनना ये हम सबके हाथ में है. हम कैसे करते हैं महानता के रास्ते पे चल के, यूटिलाइजिंग ऑल दिस फैकल्टीज. योगा इज कंट्रोलिंग द सेंसेस, अपने ऊपर कंट्रोल, संयम. विल एंड माइंड, फ्रीडम ऑफ द सोल इज अ ग्रेट गोल ऑफ ऑल योगाज. आत्मा की स्वतंत्रता, आत्मा स्वतंत्र होनी चाहिए. In the last few years of his life, Swami Vivekananda used to say, I want to liberate myself. I don't want to live this world as a person who came only for nirvana. I came to do something which I have already done. I have already sown seeds, and they are showing the results, and they will be showing the result in next 200 years in this Bharat Mata. And he said, my consciousness is spreading like anything, and my body is unable to contain it. That's why I have to read. I have to live. I want to leave this body for this reason. And that is what he used to say in 1899, 2000, 2001. And then he left his body in 2002 at the age of 39.56. Vairagya is the turning point. Non-attachment is the basis. Vairagya means don't leave this world. Live in this world, but don't get attached to it. When you get attached to it, you lose a lot. Attachment is something which Lord Krishna says in Gita, it should not be fostered. It should not be utilized in day-to-day life. It should not be a part of your day-to-day routine. You should try to be Vairagi. Utility of yoga, Swami Vivekananda says, is to bring out the perfect man, not let him wait and wait for ages, just a plaything in the hands of the physical world like a log of driftwood carried from a wave to wave and tossing about in the ocean. Swami Vivekananda. This science wants you to be strong, to take the work in your own hand. Instead of leaving it on the hands of nature, get beyond this little life. जो छोटा सा जन्म हमको मिला है, इसी जन्म में हम कितना महान काम करके दिखा सकते हैं. प्रकृति के ऊपर छोड़ो, भगवान के ऊपर छोड़ो, इसके बजाय क्यों नहीं खुद बन के दिखा सकते हो. दिस इज व्हाट स्वामी विवेकानंद यूज्ड टू से. और ये योगा साइंस जो है ये आपको ऊंचा उठना सिखाती, बनना सिखाती. स्पिरिचुअलिटी रीडिफाइंड, विद्या प्लस श्रद्धा प्लस विश्वास. विद्या ददाति विनयम विनयादि याति पात्रत्वम. यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट दैट. सा विद्या या विमुक्तये. विद्या इज द वन विच टेक्स यू टू मुक्ति. Vidya amritam ashnute. Amritam ashnute. When all these three powers are combined, you get a superlative degree of efficiency, which Swamiji termed as human excellence. Human excellence will come only with Swamiji's vision of inculcating these three in education. Vidya, Shraddha and Vishwas. Shiksha will be there, but Shiksha has to be infested with Vidya. Shiksha and Vidya needs to be combined. If you read Vishavasya Upanishad, the first chapter, the first few verses, they talk about Vidya, Vidyaya. Vidya is the one which is the faculty of our inner teaching, and Avidya is the teaching which is Lokik Vidya. Or you can call science as Vidya, science is Avidya, and spirituality as Vidya. So both the things should be taught, but don't remain dependent on one, that is avidya. So that is vidya plus shraddha plus vishwas. Ideal blending of shiksha and vidya to infuse self-belief that enable one to overcome any difficulty or obstacle that comes in one's ways to achieve his or her objective. Whatever way our things come in a path, get rid of them. Refinement of talent is the key to excellence. There are 4 phases. I had added yesterday in my thinking 5th one also. That way I will tell you. Capacity development, building the capacity. Build your own capacity. Whatever you have come with, पात्र बन के आए हो तो थोड़ा सा है, but उसको बढ़ाओ. Capacity development. There are a lot of people who built their capacity and became very topmost person. Bill Gates came with a very limited capacity, but he built his capacity. Abdul Kalam Sahab, APJ Kalam Sahab, he came, but he built up his capacity to such an extent that he became the president of this country and a role model of so many people. Managerial ability, you should be able to manage yourself. Managerial ability is missing in a lot of people. If you are unable to manage yourself, you will not be able to manage the whole world. So manage yourself. Third is refinement of personality. refine your personality. Personality should be sharpened, should be added each day, add one quality to your life. Each day adopt one good quality. And lastly, leadership skill. Leadership skill. Leadership is the one thing which all of you have to do in your day-to-day life. Leadership in social society, leadership in teaching world, leadership in your own home, everywhere leadership skill comes to play. So all these four, fifth yesterday I added deep attachment to the Almighty. Deep attachment to the Almighty. Means, so भावनात्मक दृष्टि से परमात्मा से एकात्मता. भावनात्मक दृष्टि से परमात्मा से एकात्मता कि हम उससे जुड़े हुए हैं, वो हमारा है. वो अगर आ जाएगी पांचवी चीज़ तो रिफाइनमेंट ऑफ टैलेंट इज द की. दीज आर द थिंग्स विच आर नेसेसरी. सा विद्या मुक्ते, विद्या अर्थात दृष्टिकोण का परिष्कार, चिंतन भावना में उत्कृष्टता. इसके बिना मनुष्य के अंतराल में छिपी रहस्यमय दिव्यता, दैट ऑकल्ट डिविनिटी कैन नॉट बी अनवील्ड, कैन नॉट बी डेवलप्ड. So, दिव्यता, दैट डिविनिटी हैज नीड्स टू बी डेवलप्ड. मानवता और महानता की आंतरिक शिष्टता का विकास जिस क्रम से होता है उसी क्रम से मनुष्य की आकांक्षाएं, जैसे जैसे वो डेवलप होती हैं ऐसे आकांक्षाएं, विचारणाएं, गतिविधियां हाई लेवल की उच्च स्तरीय बनती जाती हैं. पशु के समान नहीं रहती, फिर और ऊंची उठती चली जाती हैं. इसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए हरिद्वार स्थित देव संस्कृति विश्वविद्यालय ने आधुनिक गुरुकुल परंपरा का एक अनुकरणीय उदाहरण समाज के सामने पेश किया है. मैं 2002 से उसको मॉनिटर कर रहा हूँ और मैं गीता और ध्यान की क्लास एवरी थर्सडे लेता हूँ. वहाँ पर शिक्षा के साथ विद्या का समन्वय, भौतिक सफलता के साथ आध्यात्मिक उन्नति का सर्वांगीण मॉडल, व्यक्तित्व के विकास के साथ व्यक्तिगत विकास, व्यक्तित्व का भी विकास हो और आपका व्यक्तिगत पर्सनल जो आपकी वो हैं चीज़ें हैं आपकी, जो आपके पास टैलेंट है, जो आपके पास प्रॉस्पेरिटी है, उसका भी विकास हो. देव संस्कृति यूनिवर्सिटी आप देख रहे हैं ये सामने. दिस इज अ मॉडल ऑफ देव संस्कृति यूनिवर्सिटी. दिस इज अ फोटोग्राफ ऑफ देव संस्कृति यूनिवर्सिटी एंड इट वॉज टेकन लॉन्ग बैक, मीन्स अराउंड अबाउट 6-7 years back. Now it has developed like anything. The tools of excellence are upasana, sit near the proximity of God, sadhana, controlling your putting restraint on your own inner resources, swadhyaya, self-introspective literature, seva, service to society. These are the human excellence, tools of excellence. Our endeavor for excellence through yoga. मैं थोड़ा सा कुछ 4-5 स्लाइड्स दिखा रहा हूँ. गायत्री परिवार पार्टिसिपेशन इन योग दिवस लास्ट टाइम जब हम लोगों ने 2015 में योग दिवस मनाया, तो बाय कंटिजेंट ऑफ मोर देन 1000 स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम गायत्री परिवार एंड DSPB इन दिल्ली, बट वी डिड इट इन मोर देन 150 cities simultaneously, and about more than 100 countries where the ambassadors, local ambassadors participated, and the people of those countries, they also participated on 21st June. This year also Guruji has motivated me to take it to villages and each and every corner of the country. We'll take it to each and every corner of the country and it will be done definitely here. Yog Divas, the same photographs. International Yoga Day Atlanta, there are a few glimpses of, as it was done in Atlanta. Aaj Tak India Today Conclave, I gave some talks on Aaj Tak India Today. Vietnam, our one of the boy is there, and then there are 3 more who are reached there and they are learning yoga. This is the International Yoga Day, Consulate General of India, Chicago. It was done by our students and our yoga participants. This is where I participated with our Home Minister, our Ayush Mantri, and you can see Jaggi Vasudev on my right side. I am on the left side of Shripad Nayak ji. These are the people who were present, and then I spoke on the how to disseminate the message of yoga. This was second day, 22nd. DSPB's Dilraj Kaur became first brand ambassador of Uttarakhand. She is the girl who can do a lot of yogasanas. I am personally not fascinated by the twisting and torturing designs of the yoga, but I believe in this girl's dedication to the cause, that she came from very lower family and she became the ambassador of Uttarakhand because of the yoga. She is going today to Haryana to do inter-university competition. Aditya of DSVV attempted world record by doing 90 minutes Shirsasana. He did it and we recorded it and we sent it to Guinness Book of World Record. They are calibrating it and they are going to do it. This is the student of university who are going on internship. Actually, internship is a very big program which we are running. 1.5 months they have to go for training during their tenure of 2 years or 3 years BSc or 2 years of MSc, and 6 months certificate course also they have to go for 45 days. And these are the internship programs which we are teaching to various places. About more than destinations are about more than 300 all over the country. Now this year we are sending abroad also for internship. These are the students who are creating new landmarks in various fields. These are the girls who are doing it. These are the girls who are doing it in various ways. You are all master of it. I have seen yoga Olympiad here. So in this particular auditorium only. So this is all inspiration of Guruji, which has let me start this program there. Regularly, every year we organize 3-4 events in the year, and we are doing it. Pragya Yoga is one in which there is a combination of Surya Namaskar and the few yogic combinations, postures. It can be done easily by anybody. Everybody can do it. It is very, very good. Revival of Rishi tradition. If the education fosters ego, laziness and immoral behavior, then it is better to remain uneducated. That is what my Gurudev said. So, visionary peoples, they will be saying prolific writers. My Gurudev was prolific writer. He wrote 3,250 books. 3,250 books in his 80 years of life. And ultimately, this is what we were talking about, me and Dr. Nagendraji, that we are passing through the changing phase of the life. And this is a changing phase of the era. 2015 to 2026 is going to be the changing phase, great moments of change. Advent of a new era, a certainty, not utopia. Yug Parivartan ek abhibhavidavyata hai. Future perfect, not tense, it is future perfect, it is going to happen. Are we ready to take the world is getting ready for a big change. Will you participate in it? My Gurudev asked. Thank you very much.
विद्या, श्रद्धा, विश्वास, एक सामान्य मानव से महामनुष्य की ओर तक की यात्रा, योग का परस्पर विज्ञान, इन सभी पर इतनी विस्तृत तौर पर हमें जानकारी और हमें सीख देने के लिए हम सभी छात्र श्री प्रणव पांडे जी का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करते हैं. प्लीज़ गिव हिम अ राउंड, प्लीज़ वेलकम. We are really lucky to have you here, sir. Now I would request Dr. Manjunath to say a few words.
Respected Maniya Pranav Pandey ji, it's a great day for us in this university. Certainly we will remember this day because we are waiting for this day for quite long. So, particularly for your blessings. Number two, for our students to get this wonderful exposition in such simple manner as they can adopt in their day-to-day life. And you have given us all those messages which are required for today in this new generation. I was also very happy to note when Guruji was mentioning, giving an introduction of Maniya Pranav Pandey ji, that both Pranav Pandey ji as well as Guruji has many things in common. Okay, and what I could pick very quickly are the major ones. Both are the best leaders in science and spirituality. One coming from engineering field, another coming from medical field. Both merging at spirituality. And both of them have joined hands to found this S. Vyasa University in 2002. We can't expect any better personalities to give us this direction. Just another speciality to mention, because whenever we introduce Guruji, we have the standard phase of telling NASA to Vyasa. So we have two people here who are related to the same field, both of them coming somewhere from linked to NASA and come to Vyasa and made this a possibility for particularly we had everything to do with human excellence, which you can learn from a guru. We have two great gurus here. Pranav Pandeyji has given us those glimpses which we can simply translate into an action in our day-to-day life. Particularly the last but one slide which you showed is most important for us. All of us are seekers of education here. If your education makes you egoistic and lazy person, better be uneducated. So there's a profound message in it. That doesn't mean that don't study, but study in a different way where it makes you an individual with energy and dedication and makes you do some hard work. So we are really happy and we are blessed today to have Pranav Pandeyji here, blessing us and giving us all the new direction which is required for us to take our goals of this institution forward. And particularly, we were making the next International Day of Yoga very big, and Guruji and Pranav Pandeyji have, just before coming here, we had the discussion that these two institutions are going to play a very big role in the next International Day of Yoga to come, and we will have lots to share between the two institutions, exchange between the students and faculty, and learn and give between each of us. So it's a great opportunity. I'm sure each one of you have thoroughly enjoyed and taken the messages for your own future upliftment. I thank Pranav Pandeyji for giving us an opportunity to listen to you and giving your time amidst your busy schedules and coming all the way from north to south, which has been a distance issue for some time, but I'm sure now with the development of technology, we will be connected with you more frequently in future. Okay, thank you very much, Pranav Pandeyji. And and Guruji has been instrumental for everything. So thanking Guruji can't stop here because we have to look for much more further events and directions. So anyway, it was a great pleasure having two great gurus on this planet to give us this direction, and I thank both of them and the whole team of Gayatri Parivar who are here and who have been a wonderful team to support us. In fact, we are not doing much for organizing this event, but as you can see, most of the support has been given to us by the team here, because that's what the culture, what we take from Gayatri Parivar. It is a Parivar for us, and thanks for being a good Parivar. Thank you.
Indeed, it is an auspicious time and a meet and a time of great change. As our tradition, we will conclude this auspicious function with Shanti Mantra. Everyone please sit straight, sit erect, close your eyes. Silence for a few moments. Let's all chant the Shanti Mantra all together. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Kindly remain seated till the dignitaries leave the dais.